Last updated Jan 24, 2018 9:33 p.m. EST. President Trump on Wednesday said he is looking forward to being interviewed by Special Counsel Robert Mueller in the investigation into Russian election meddling and any ties to Trump associates. "I would do it under oath, and I would love to do that as soon as possible," the president told reporters at the White House Wednesday. The president expects that to happen in the next 2 to 3 weeks, pending his attorney's approval. The president also said he did not remember asking FBI Deputy Director Andrew McCabe about his voting record, but said he didn't think such a question is a big deal. CBS News has previously reported that Mr. Trump's legal team has had specific discussions with Mueller's team about the legal standard for interviewing a president and the form such an interview could take. That discussions have involved, for example, whether the interview can be written questioning as opposed to in-person questioning. Mr. Trump's lawyers had met with Mueller and his team on December 22, according to 2 sources with direct knowledge. Mr. Trump also said Wednesday that he is open to a path to citizenship for all deferred action for childhood arrival (DACA) recipients after 10 to 12 years, if they have no criminal record. It's a stance that, if it holds, could frustrate many of the most conservative members of his party. Asked about a pathway to citizenship for DACA, the president said, "We're going to morph into it. It's going to happen at some point in the future over a period of 10 to 12 years. Somebody does a great job. They worked hard. It gives incentive to do a great job. They've worked hard. They've done terrifically. Whether they have a little company or whether they work or whatever they're doing, if they do a great job, I think it's a nice thing to have incentive of, after a period of years, being able to become a citizen." Mr. Trump, asked if he might extend the March 5 deadline for phasing out DACA if there isn't a legislative deal by then, said he might. "Yeah, I might do that. I'm not guaranteeing it," the president said. Mr. Trump said DACA recipients should not be concerned about being deported after March 5. The president told reporters wants $25 billion for a border wall with Mexico and $5 billion for other security measures, $30 billion in total. The president said he thinks he will get a wall and great border security. The president said he wants to deal with DACA first, then move to a broader immigration bill that will deal with things like chain migration. "Well, I can tell you this, if you don't have a wall you don't have DACA," Mr. Trump said. Earlier this month, Senator Lindsey Graham, R. South Carolina, suggested Mr. Trump may not be able to extend DACA, because he announced the end of the program by deeming the Obama administration's creation of the protections unconstitutional. "I don't believe the president can extend this by executive order, and March 5, a lot of bad things begin to happen," Graham said earlier this month. Still, after Mr. Trump's comments were reported, Graham called the president's remarks about a possible pathway for citizenship a major breakthrough. President Trump's support for a pathway to citizenship will help us get strong border security measures as we work to modernize a broken immigration system, Graham said in a statement his office issued. CBS News Chief White House Correspondent Major Garrett, Jacqueline Alemany and Catherine Watson contributed to this report.